What's up, everybody? Welcome to Triggered Wrestling. We're here talking about WWE news and AEW news. They just released the AEW TV ratings, and they're not looking good.
Nope.
But we're also here to talk about a budding partnership between WWE and AAA of all companies. So let's start off with WWE and AAA, and then we'll get into the ratings right after. Adrian, it's been reported by Dave Meltzer of the WON that Dario Roldan, owner of AAA, is in negotiations to debut into WWE NXT. What do you feel about it? What do you think?
It's great. Like I said before, AEW was doing a great job with AAA. Now they're working with CMLL. I mean, as a wrestling fan, I'm liking these companies working with each other. I know we briefly talked about WrestleMania 97 last episode where Pierrot, Mil Máscaras, Cibernetico, and Latin Lover made special appearances at the Royal Rumble in 97. It's great, man. I mean, what am I going to argue about? Oh, who are these people? I mean, maybe, but I mean, WWE is known to explain. So, in a way, we are going to get some explanation. We should be getting some storylines if they do have a what is the thing they call the prohibited portal pay-per-view?
The prohibited portal, yes.
But NXT does have that Worlds Collide PLE coming up. So whatever it is, man, WWE is gonna cook up some stories because we WWE fans love us some stories. I mean, great. I mean, what can I say, bro? I'm not those Mark podcasters that's gonna trash a company because they were working with AEW, and now that they're not, I'm gonna praise it. Nah, bro, that ain't me.
I am. No, I mean, I'll be honest. I've always watched AAA growing up as a kid.
Yep.
To me, they're the bigger name company. They're on TV. CMLL, to me, I just never got behind. They're more just wrestling as opposed to AAA's being more entertainment. I remember growing up on Cibernetico, El Mesías, La Parca, all these old wrestlers, you know. So to me, that's like what I like. So when I see Pentagon Jr., Penta El Cero Miedo, Ray Phoenix coming to AEW from Lucha Underground, from AAA, to me, that's exciting. I'm not too familiar with the CMLL guys, which is the whole Luchador reference, right? I'm not going to lie, I didn't know who Hechicero was. To me, like the biggest name that came out of CMLL was Místico.
Obviously.
And I honestly don't remember anybody else. Except now, obviously, they've been on AEW TV, so I know who they are now. But I'm excited for AAA to be coming to NXT. Who is going to be making the jump in case they do make the jump? I mean, are we going to see Pimpinela Escarlata? That would be crazy. Doing a bussy bomb?
A bussy bomb?
A bussy bomb? Yeah, bro, that would be ridiculous.
Anybody else that you have on your radar jumping ship to NXT or WWE main roster? You never know.
Yeah, man. No, who would I see? Pimpinela. I would see maybe Bestia 666 son, right? What's his name?
Damian? No, that's the original.
No, it is Bestia 666. Damian is the dad. Okay.
Yeah,
what would you do? I mean, imagine Psycho Clown making the jump. I don't know. That's the thing. You're gonna have to explain Psycho Clown. Why is he dressed like a clown?
Why is he kid friendly?
Why is he kid friendly?
That's gonna be a big question mark for WWE fans. Like, why is this clown with a scary mask kid friendly? Oh, WWE fans are gonna be honest, bro. Are they gonna love him or hate him?
I mean, we just came out of WWE NXT 2.0, bro. So I don't know. It's one of those things where you're just gonna be like, I guess you got to see what happens, right? Because there are sports entertainers out there. Are we going to see Sam Aldis, who is Corey Graves' brother, make the jump? Vampiro, legend. We just talked about him on the live stream. There's so many people that could just make the jump. And we just got to wait and see. Hopefully this happens. Of course, it's just rumored right now. So let's move on to... Actually, let's move on to... Well, I know you guys are here for this because you guys want to hear us talk about the ratings here. So, Adrian... I'm going to hit you with these ratings real quick, bro.
Go for it, bro.
According to Russell Economics, right, which is who I get my ratings from, I feel like most people do. WWE NXT on Tuesday night, they drew 724,000 viewers, and AEW Dynamite TBS, no direct competition with the NBA Finals. 502,000 viewers, Adrian.
Damn. Drop that bombshell for them.
That's the lowest viewership that AEW has ever done on a Wednesday. The third lowest viewership overall. The other two were because they weren't on Wednesday nights. They got preempted onto Tuesdays. I want to say that last time that happened was last year around the same time, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they got kicked to the curb, and they were going one-on-one with
I think it was
NXT.
It was Tony Khan's birthday.
It was Tony Khan's birthday.
When WWE had to bring Cody Rhodes and Undertaker.
Yep.
Oh, they had Cody on NXT. I just forgot about that. Did they? Or was that the week before?
That was the week before. They didn't have him this week. But either way you cut it, even if NXT didn't get, let's say NXT got the usual 600,000, they still lost.
Either way, yeah. I don't know, man. I see, as you know, and as we're aware, the AWC is in shambles right now. There's some people are trolling the shit out of some people. You have some people going MIA. You have some people not knowing what to do. And this is what we like to do in this podcast, in this channel. We like to talk about the things people refuse to talk about. For example, the creative in AEW. Is it good? Is it bad? A lot of people will say it's good. Oh, nothing needs to be changed. No, it's good. It's good. Tony Khan's doing good. No. The numbers show that Tony Khan is not doing great. For me, my opinion, the show was great on Wednesday. The show was great, but that's just me. Am I going to speak for the other 400, 500 viewers that TK lost over the last 4 years? I can't speak for them. Some people do want stories. And I understand stories are great. But like I said, just because I like the show doesn't mean it wasn't a home hitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you have your fans who believe AEW is perfect, and you have your fans who believe AEW could do a lot better. Those fans right now, they are bumping heads. They are bumping heads, and you don't know whose side you're going to be on. But at the end of the day, something has to change. I mean, you look at those numbers. 502? Bruh. And that was with MJF. Will Ospreay. Kazuchika. I want to say Kazuchika got caught on the card. Will Ospreay. Swerve Strickland. MJF. Samoa Joe. Chris Jericho.
Yeah. Not wrestling, but see, that's the thing is when you announce the card days ahead of time, it's easy with AEW to be like, I can miss it, I can watch it. In my opinion, the first match they announced was going to open up with MJF and Rush. After that match, as somebody that cares about storytelling and even wrestling, do I want to sit there through Swerve and Will Ospreay stare down? They already had one last week when he took his belt. A contract signing between Mina and it was good, right? But I mean, like, at the end of the day, is that something that's must-watch TV?
It was
you get the highlights on Twitter.
Yeah, and I think you talked about that 8-man tag team match.
The 8-man tag team match, right? There's that. And then they also had the Acclaimed and the Young Bucks. I guess you could say that one is one of the matches you want to see. But I mean, there's gaps in the programming that need to be filled by something a little bit better than Chris Jericho. I'm not a fan of that learning tree gimmick. Not a fan of Private Party. There's some things that they can improve. How they improve them, I mean, I can give ideas. I can do it out there, but at the end of the day, I mean, I have no connection to them, so I gotta watch what we're watching. And at least for me, I care about stories. Of course, I love wrestling. But at the same time, they have to have some sort of storytelling aspect to them that wants you to keep watching. And I feel, I mean, let me read the last 10 weeks of AEW ratings, okay?
Dynamite, right?
Yeah, Dynamite. So this week was 502, and we're talking about 1,000, right? So I'm just going to give you the three numbers. The week before, 681. The week before, 790, 787, 713, 672, 711, 703, 683, 762. April 10th, 2024 was exactly 10 weeks ago. 819,000 viewers. That's the first time in 10 weeks that they broke 800,000 viewers, Adrian.
Yep.
Do you know what episode of Dynamite that was?
Was it the CM Punk video?
It was the week after the CM Punk video where Triple H called out Will Ospreay for being afraid of the grind, and Will Ospreay
responded.
He had to come. He responded. And this goes me back 10 weeks. If I check that 11th week, I'm assuming that they had I want to say it was like 870, and that's because of CM Punk.
Yep. And I think before that it was still at 7, like high sevens.
High sevens, yes. So what is changing from there? I know personally, I know what's changing. Swerve, they're booking him wrong. They're booking him to be weak. That's affecting. He's your world champion. Kazuchika Okada, people were high on him. He's a below mid card champion, in my opinion. Right? You guys can have your own opinion. Let us know what you guys think in the comments.
You also have to think and this is something I express on this pod too. I'm a fan of Cassidy, but Cassidy should not be beating half of the roster clean. He should not, in my opinion. Remember, there was a brief period where Cassidy was opening Dynamite in his what is it, All Atlantic or All Atlantic Championship back when it was called that.
Yeah.
And he was beating people clean, week in, week out. Brian Cage, Big Bill, Trent, just to name a few. I mean, I think his only good match was against Moxley. He beat Benta clean. And it's like, if I'm looking at Cassidy and I'm seeing Tony Khan, I understand what Tony Khan wants to do with Cassidy. He wants to make him into a kid-friendly character, which he already is. Don't get me wrong, Cassidy with his character gimmicky, he's already kid-friendly. You really want him to pretty much bury all your roster? And not only that, Tony Khan gave Orange Cassidy a second all-international title run and did the same thing for approximately, 4 to 8 weeks? And it's like, nah, bro, we already seen that title win. Why do we need to see it again? And it's like, Orange Cassidy, don't get me wrong, he's good, he's great, but is he like right up there with some of the greats who can't take pins like Randy Orton, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels? No, I don't. This is I'm a fan of AEW. I'm a fan of Orange Cassidy, but this was a horrible decision by Tony Khan. Now, 8-man tag team match. I called it on the pod. I wouldn't be surprised if Orange Cassidy got the pin, and he did get the pin. This man is just an Orange Cassidy mark, and I know there's going to be some fans out there that be like, "Oh, well, you couldn't be blaming Tony Khan." No, we should, because you have people backstage who have been in the business for a long time. You know, you have Daddy Ass, Taz, Tony Schiavone, JR, just to name a few. For example, FTW title. 1,000%, I can guarantee you that was Taz's idea. Hey, Tony Khan, I got a great idea. Let's bring the FTW title on TV, blah, 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 blah. Tony Khan is a yes man. He said yes. The title got introduced into AEW Dynamite. It was all on Taz to do the creator for that title, and what happened? Nothing happened. Then there's roster that gets forgotten. Megan Bayne. She was under contract with AEW for over a year and wasn't seen on TV. Recently, she just got released, and all the social media, all the Resident Observer newsletter, all these pages are talking about, oh, Megan Bayne is in talks with AEW. For what? She was under contract for over a year and wasn't used. Why are we talking about she's in talks with AEW? She should have been in talks when she was under contract. Come on, my guy.
Yeah, I hate to keep bashing on AEW so much, right? But I mean, it's just easy to bandwagon on him. Camille signed since February, not used. Yep. Wardlow, people online are saying he's injured. I haven't seen anything about him being injured. And last time we saw him, he was helping out his stable people in Ring of Honor, right? Mr. Bennett and Matt Taven. There's so many things being unused, but let's talk about things that are working for them, right? I'm a fan of the elite portion of. When I say the elite, the Young Bucks portion of the elite storyline, they're playing the EVP character nicely. Turn it up a notch. Maybe don't do it against the Acclaimed. I mean, the Acclaimed was the hottest thing in AEW at one point in time, same as the Bullet Club Gold, and where they've been. You got them facing each other again. Now the Acclaimed, you're trying to build them up against one of the best things that you got going on.
Bullet Club Gold.
Well, yeah, before,
Oh,
but they claim now they're
oh yeah.
feuding with the Young Bucks, which is like one of the best things going right now.
Yeah.
You got MJF feuding against. I mean, I hate to call Rush a jobber. He needs to win some. MJF is the guy to elevate people, but I mean, you got to elevate other people as well.
Yeah.
You just can't have them bring up jobbers up to that standard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I guess Etchy said is going up against MJF at Forbidden Door, which is fine. I have no
Yeah,
problems with it. But I mean, come on, the build up to Rush MJF, it was good. It was decent. It was good. They could have
I'm
had they could have had Echiseto and MJF in the random at Dynamite match like they always do, and then
yeah.
Rush in his own match in Collision or Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
Have the match on Forbidden Door. Build that match. Bro,
Exactly.
Forbidden Door is what, like this weekend?
Next weekend. But let me
Next,
interrupt you.
yeah.
Not to interrupt you, but to interrupt you. Apparently, it was supposed to be at Forbidden Door, but CMLL isn't happy with Rush, so that's why the show got moved over to Dynamite. That's what the internet rumors are saying, and I believe it because that's just the relationship CMLL has with
Yeah,
AAA.
yeah.
It's unfortunate that
Oh
you
yeah,
guys
yeah, you're
they
right.
build that with they're working with limitations, but you should know those limitations that you're
Yes,
working with.
yes. Have it after Forbidden Door, even the week before. They could have built it one more week up. I mean, MJF, he's not going to wrestle next week.
No,
He couldn't have wrestled this week and then just wrestle next week. You
yeah.
know, and like you said, it's kind of hard to bash on AEW. Again, I'm an AEW fan. I defended AEW and Surf Strickland on our last episode. Go check that out. They cooked me, I'll admit. Brian and Kalen Adams and Ricky, they all cooked me. I'll take the L. Um, but again, you know, you can sit here and be like, well, Tony Khan has people backstage that can help him out. Cool. Listen to them. And if they're giving you shitty advice, look to other people who are giving you the right advice. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I agree. Listen to advice.
I mean, for example, the scapegoat gimmick. That one's pretty cool. It's going good
Mhm.
right now. There's videos of Jungle Jack Perry driving the bus around, so he's keeping kayfabe alive. I like that. And Mark Briscoe going onto the R-Truth routes, you know, being a little gimmicky, a little funny. Okay, I like that. I fucks with that. I just think on Dynamite, I mean, how many segments do we have? We had like 4 talking segments, including the matches, and each match is over 15 minutes long.
Except the Daniel Garcia one, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, bro, you have so much going on this 2 hour show. Sprinkle some of that on Collision, sprinkle some of that on Rampage. Which I understand Rampage is just a wrestling show, strictly read with a few backstage segments, but I mean, you didn't. We had that Mercedes Monet backstage segment on Stephanie Bucket. You could have dropped that on Collision or on Rampage. You didn't need to drop it on Dynamite. That's what 5 minutes of wasted TV time
Yeah.
when you could have done it on somewhere else.
Samoa Joe and Hook, for example.
You should have cut that. Put that on Collision. Make Hook and Samoa Joe Collision guys. The Father of the Year is apparently going to be a Collision guy now. Um, I'm just saying, man, there's too much going on one episode of Dynamite. Sprinkle some of that shit around. You have 3 shows, 4 if you include Ring of Honor. Yeah, man, like I said, I like AEW. I enjoy AEW every week. I tune in every week, but I can't speak for the rest. If my fellow peers aren't too happy, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and defend and be like, no, you're supposed to like AEW because I thought it was perfect, so you should think it's perfect too. Nah,
Yeah,
bro. Which is why I think the fight right now, the fans are fighting is between the AEW fans right now. The fans who think it's perfect and the fans who think it needs to change.
exactly. And the fans that are obviously just tuning out, apparently, too. 200 something thousand decided, you know what, this isn't going to work for me, brother.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, follow us for more content, and always, as usual, stay triggered online. Deuces.